Divers off the coast of Florida found a lone dolphin circling a coral ledge. On its fin was a pink bracelet, the kind a child would wear, spelling out the name of a girl who vanished 2 months ago. The official search had been called off, but the dolphin kept returning to the same underwater spot. When the divers finally followed it deeper, they discovered something that turned the entire case upside down. It was supposed to be a routine dive. 3 divers, 2 marine biology students from the University of South Florida and their instructor, had launched from a small boat just off the coast of Clearwater. Their mission was to document coral bleaching and assess fishing net debris around the reef shelf. Visibility was good. Currents were light. About 35 minutes into the dive, the instructor, Paul Granger, signaled to the students. A bottlenose dolphin was swimming toward them. At first, they thought it was curious, as dolphins often are. But this one wasn't playing. It was circling them, diving down to the reef ledge and then shooting back up. It made eye contact, hovered for seconds at a time, then darted back to the same crevice in the rock. Something was off. Granger approached slowly. As he got closer, he noticed something wrapped around the dolphin's left pectoral fin. At first, he thought it was fishing line or plastic waste. But then he saw the pink beads, a bracelet, child-sized. He moved in, careful not to startle the animal. The beads were white with black letters, EMILY. The dolphin wasn't trying to shake it off. It was carrying it, displaying it. Granger reached for his underwater camera and took several photos from different angles. He signaled for the team to ascend. On the surface, they reviewed the footage on the boat. It was clear. The bracelet was intact, slightly worn, wrapped in a loop of green monofilament. The name was unmistakable. Emily. The team fell silent. Granger knew the name. 2 months ago, the disappearance of an 8-year-old girl named Emily Sanchez had made the news all across Florida. She had vanished from a beach barely 10 miles from where they were diving. They contacted the Coast Guard, who relayed the information to the Sheriff's Department. Granger uploaded the photos to a secure server. Within 2 hours, a Marine patrol boat arrived. They asked for coordinates, dive logs, video files, and witness statements. The dive, which began as routine environmental documentation, had just triggered the reopening of a missing child investigation. As they packed up their gear, the dolphin remained nearby. It circled the boat slowly, surfacing every few minutes. It didn't leave. Granger stood at the edge of the boat and looked down. The dolphin looked back. Then it dipped beneath the surface and swam back toward the reef as if expecting them to follow. Emily Sanchez disappeared on March 2nd. It was a warm Saturday afternoon, the start of spring break. She was at Clearwater Beach with her mother and younger brother. Security footage showed her playing near the water's edge around 3:40 p.m., filling a small pink bucket with wet sand. Witnesses later said she had wandered a little farther down the shore, still in view, but away from the crowded area. At 3:52 p.m., she was gone. No scream, no struggle, no signs of distress. Just vanished. Her bucket was found near a line of washed-up kelp. Her footprints led to the water and stopped. The Sheriff's Department launched a massive search. Drones, dogs, divers, helicopters, volunteers. Every inch of beach and nearby forest was swept. The coast was combed from Dunedin down to Indian Rocks. Nothing. Not a single confirmed sighting, not a shred of physical evidence. Her face was everywhere. Flyers on windshields, digital billboards on highways, televised press conferences. Her mother appeared on the news twice, pleading for help. Police investigated everything. Family members, neighbors, known predators. There were no suspects, no leads. 2 weeks in, the case went cold. The narrative shifted. The news cycle moved on. Until the bracelet. When Paul Granger submitted the underwater photos to the sheriff's office, it sent a ripple through the department. Detectives pulled Emily's file and matched the bracelet against one seen in earlier family photos. Same color, same plastic alphabet beads, same order. Her mother confirmed it during an in-person interview. Emily had made the bracelet at a school arts event a week before she vanished. She wore it almost every day. The odds of another child losing the same bracelet offshore were slim. The odds of a dolphin carrying it were non-existent. The sheriff authorized a follow-up dive under police supervision. A forensic dive team was assembled with 2 deputies on board. Local media caught wind, but were told only that the department was reassessing environmental evidence near the shoreline. Behind closed doors, it was clear. The bracelet wasn't just a clue, it was a turning point. For the first time in weeks, there was direction. And strangely, that direction was being offered by a dolphin. No one knew yet how the bracelet got there. Had Emily dropped it? Had the dolphin found it? Or had it been with her in her final moments? The questions had no answers. But for the first time since March, the case had movement. The follow-up dive was scheduled for April 30th at 7:15 a.m. Weather conditions were optimal. Light wind, calm sea, visibility extending beyond 30 feet. The sheriff's department coordinated with marine biologists and rescue divers. 2 police divers were assigned to the team, along with a sonar technician operating from the surface vessel. Their target was a reef shelf approximately half a mile from where the dolphin had first been spotted. The dolphin itself had not been seen for 6 days. Still, the team prepared as if it would return. At 7:43 a.m., as the divers entered the water, the dolphin appeared. It surfaced 50 yards from the boat, then swam directly toward them. No hesitation. It circled twice, then dove sharply and hovered near the same reef ledge documented in the initial photos. The lead diver, Deputy Michael Renner, signaled the others to follow. The dolphin moved slowly, as if pacing its speed for the humans behind it. It descended along a gradual slope, then paused in front of a narrow crevice in the rock face, about 15 feet wide and 7 feet high. Inside the crevice, the water darkened. The team activated dive lights. The walls were smooth coral, no sudden drop-offs, but the space was tight. About 20 feet in, one diver spotted something bright wedged between rocks. It was a broken plastic bucket with a pink handle. Further in, caught in a tangle of seaweed, was a piece of cloth. Blue and white floral pattern, consistent with the swimsuit Emily Sanchez had been wearing the day she disappeared. The dolphin remained outside the entrance, circling slowly, never leaving. At 8:12 a.m., diver Jenna Park discovered a small object half buried in silt at the base of the crevice. It was a waterproof camera, a GoPro, with a cracked housing but intact memory card. She sealed it in a collection bag and passed it to the surface via tether. The team marked the site and took wide-angle video of the interior. Nothing else was visible. No bones, no hair, no remains. But the items found were enough. They had location, they had objects, they had potential digital evidence. Back on the boat, the forensic tech dried the GoPro and prepared it for lab recovery. The bracelet was real, the bucket and cloth were real. Now they had video, and the dolphin, once again, hovered near the boat, watching, waiting, as if it knew they weren't done yet. The GoPro footage was recovered later that evening at the county forensics lab. The memory card was intact despite visible cracks on the exterior casing. Technicians extracted 2 files. The first was routine, a series of clips from an earlier date showing family beach scenes, likely recorded by Emily's mother. The second video, time-stamped March 2nd at 3:41 p.m., was different. It began with Emily's voice. She was laughing, pointing the camera toward the ocean, her pink bucket already full of shells. Her feet were in the surf. She turned the camera around and smiled into the lens. Then she walked farther down the beach. No adults were nearby, only the sound of waves and seagulls. 3 minutes in, the water grew rougher. The tide was coming in fast. Emily crouched near a rock pool, still filming. A sudden wave struck. The camera jolted, screaming. The video tumbled into darkness. Bubbles, water, movement. Then, briefly, an underwater shot showed her flailing in what appeared to be a strong lateral current pulling her sideways and out. The footage was chaotic. The final frame was a blur of blue and gray before the camera hit the bottom and went dark. The video ended at 3:46 p.m. 5 minutes. That was all it took. Forensic analysis confirmed the footage matched the conditions of that day. Water temperature, lighting, coastal patterns. It was not staged. It was real. Emily Sanchez had not been abducted. But the mystery of the Dolphin remained. Experts from the Clearwater Marine Institute reviewed all reports. The Dolphin had no tags or prior identification, but its behavior was consistent with documented cases of dolphins forming bonds with young children during long periods of shoreline contact. Marine biologists proposed that the dolphin had either witnessed the drowning or discovered Emily shortly after. It had likely stayed in the area, drawn by a sensory memory or scent. The bracelet could have tangled on its fin while it investigated the site. The sheriff's department held a press conference on May 2nd. They confirmed Emily's death as accidental drowning. The bracelet, the footage, and the location closed the case. Her mother did not speak. She only released a statement thanking the divers and the dolphin, the one witness that never stopped coming back.